And I hate to say it, but we fell for it again. Well, 55% of voters did anyway, not me. But some of y'all believe the same tired promises from the progressives again. These were the same people who voted and got Shane Tower into office, and they told you it would be different, and you believed them. Isn't that the very definition of insanity? So some of y'all are still living in a fantasy land. Now, the Alameda County Grand Jury didn't randomly pick Oakland to investigate out of 14 cities in Alameda County for no reason. They focused on us because we are in a free fall due to government incompetence and corruption. Businesses are failing. Crime is rising. The city is deficit spending while handing out no-bid contracts to political allies and NGOs and losing lawsuits because our leaders pledge loyalty pledges to nonprofits and NGOs over taxpayers. And now they're trying to set up blaming our collapse on the charter. Now, you heard it here first. They're trying to set up blaming our economic collapse that's about to come on the city charter. So, when we're about to go bankrupt and they start talking about, oh, the charter is why it's happening because everything's so confusing, let that sink in. They're going to blame the charter. But the charter didn't bankrupt the city. The people running it did. You see the same crew of progressive grifters who gained control in 2019 and full control in 2022 have turned Oakland into a cautionary tale. Now, I know their policies failed. You know their policies failed. They even know their policies failed, but no one ever gets held accountable. Well, unless I get involved, it seems. So anyway, why do we let them get away with it again and again? I'm starting to lose faith in Oakland. Because while the well-off retreat to your manicured homes in the hills, the rest of us live in ashes of a collapsing city. So we're living in Gotham, Oakland, and the cancer is corruption. So to the voters, I say, wake up. Like I say on every episode of Gotham, Oakland, wake up and hold these corrupt people accountable. Now, we do have some good people. We do. So support them. But wake up and stop being lied to. Stop being mocked. These people are not leaders. They're parasites. If we want National Night Out to mean something again, if we want our neighborhoods to be safe to enjoy, we're going to have to take our city back. Not with slogans, with action, with courage, with the truth. This is Gotham, Oakland. Let's get into it. But first, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with 3 of your friends. I think some of you have been doing that. We've been growing pretty fast lately. We are the fastest growing independent news show in Oakland, California, bar none. More and more people are tuning in to Gotham, Oakland every day because they want to know what's really going on. Now, I always like to shout out people who are doing a good job. So, to the council people out there who are actually responding to the needs of your constituents, good job. Now hold the mayor accountable. It is day 76, 77, one of those. We're almost 200 days. Have you heard a word about this forensic audit? We had some big grand announcement about we're going to have a committee to study the charter amendment. Spur did that in 2021. They put the report out in November of 2021. How much more deliberation do we need? They're using it as political cover because that's all these progressives do is look for ways to deflect from their failures while in the background, they're still passing these policies. They're still giving money away. What do you think they plan on doing with this Measure W money, this financial windfall for the homeless? Do you really think it's going to lead to a better situation? You better support Ken Houston's encampment abatement policy then. If this money is going to be good to put to good use, it better not be going to the nonprofits to continue the status quo. It better go to new policies like cleaning this crap up and making sure that open-air drug markets are no longer supported and making sure things like illegal dumping are actually enforced and making sure that people who are spray painting all on the walls are arrested and embarrassed and given the maximum penalties for defacing our city time and time again. It is demoralizing. We need leadership and courage to step in. I've been saying this since 2000 when I ran for city council. And then when I ran for mayor in 2022, I told everyone that the city charter is a problem. and that there's no clear delineation of power. And I don't mean that to say that it is to blame for our financial collapse. That is the policies that led to a lack of any public safety and demoralizing, demonizing, and dismantling law enforcement with the defund the police cadre of Nikki Bass and Mia Saka-Chin and Rebecca Kaplan and Dan Cobb and Carol Fife. And did I mention anyone or any other progressive who were complicit in those policies? Shing Tao, how do I forget? Oh, Shing over there. Anyway, any one of these puppets that I have, blame them.
Yo, I swear it's only up from here. Yo, I swear it's only up from here. Yo, I swear it's only up from here. Yo, I swear it's only up from here.